The housing market is in a strange place right now. It's like a game of tug-of-war, but neither side is pulling very hard. Buyers and sellers are both hesitant to make a move. This is a big change from the frenzy we saw just a year ago. Back then, houses were flying off the market. Now, things have slowed down considerably. So what's causing this standoff? In a nutshell, it's a combination of high prices, stubborn mortgage rates, and a general feeling of uncertainty about the economy. Buyers are worried about taking on too much debt, especially with the cost of everything else going up. Sellers, on the other hand, are reluctant to lower their asking prices. They remember getting multiple offers above asking price just a year ago. It's hard to accept that the market has cooled down. This difference in expectations is a big part of what's keeping the market stuck. The current situation is a far cry from the booming market of recent years. Back then, low mortgage rates fueled a surge in demand. Buyers were eager to lock in low rates even if it meant competing with multiple offers. Now, with rates still relatively high, that sense of urgency is gone. Buyers are taking their time and being more selective. This shift in sentiment has created a stalemate in the market. Even though mortgage rates have dipped a bit, they're still higher than many buyers are comfortable with. This is especially true for first-time buyers who are already struggling to save for a down payment. High home prices just add to the burden. It's a double whammy that's keeping many would-be buyers on the sidelines. Let's be clear, high home prices are the biggest obstacle for most buyers. In many parts of the country, prices are still near record highs. This is partly due to the fact that we simply don't have enough homes for sale. The shortage of inventory is a problem that's been building for years. The combination of high prices and higher mortgage rates means that monthly payments are significantly higher than they were a couple of years ago. For many families, it's simply not feasible to take on that kind of financial commitment. This is especially true for those who are also dealing with rising costs for groceries, gas, and other essentials. Beyond the immediate challenges of prices and rates, there's a broader sense of unease about the economy. Inflation is still a concern, and some economists are predicting a recession. This uncertainty makes people hesitant to make big financial decisions like buying a house.
Adding to the complexity is the fact that the types of homes available don't always match what buyers are looking for. For example, there might be plenty of condos for sale, but a shortage of single-family homes. Or there might be plenty of homes in the suburbs, but not enough in the city center.
This mismatch between supply and demand can be frustrating for both buyers and sellers. Buyers might have to compromise on their wish list, while sellers might have to wait longer to find the right buyer. It's a dynamic that's contributing to the overall sluggishness of the market. Section 4, stuck between a rock and a hard place. So, what does this stalemate mean for buyers and sellers? It's not a great situation for either side. Buyers are stuck in a holding pattern, hoping that prices will eventually come down. But there's no guarantee that will happen anytime soon, especially with inventory remaining low.
Sellers, meanwhile, are caught in a bind. They may need to sell their home, but they don't want to accept a lower price than they think it's worth. This can lead to homes sitting on the market for months, which can be stressful and costly.
The current market requires patience and a realistic assessment of the situation. Buyers need to be prepared to wait for the right opportunity and be realistic about what they can afford. Sellers need to be prepared to negotiate and potentially lower their asking price to attract buyers. Section 5. Numbers tell the story. To understand the depth of this housing market stalemate, let's look at some statistics. According to the National Association of Realtors, existing home sales have declined for 9 straight months. That's the slowest pace we've seen in over a decade. Furthermore, the number of homes for sale is still well below pre-pandemic levels.
This limited inventory is a major factor keeping prices elevated. When there are more buyers than sellers, prices tend to go up. It's a classic case of supply and demand.
These numbers paint a clear picture. The housing market is stuck in neutral. Until we see a significant increase in inventory or a major shift in buyer sentiment, it's likely to stay that way for the foreseeable future. Section 6. What's next for the housing market? Predicting the future of the housing market is always a tricky business. However, there are a few key factors that will likely influence what happens next.
First, keep an eye on mortgage rates. If rates continue to moderate, it could entice more buyers back into the market. On the other hand, if rates rise sharply, it could further dampen demand and lead to a more pronounced slowdown. Second, watch for any significant changes in the economy. A strong economy with low unemployment tends to be good for the housing market. Conversely, a recession or a spike in unemployment could lead to a decline in home sales.
Finally, pay attention to housing inventory. If we start to see a significant increase in the number of homes for sale, it could help to ease the upward pressure on prices and create a more balanced market. However, if inventory remains tight, it's likely that prices will remain elevated. The housing market is always evolving. The current stalemate is a reflection of the unique economic conditions we find ourselves in. By staying informed about the factors that are shaping the market, both buyers and sellers can make more informed decisions. If you want more information like this, please like and subscribe for more to come.